Everyone, welcome back to the ultimate climax of our FM 2017 save with Newcastle United. It's not the end of the save, but it is the end of one hell of a season. We'll do a full season review at the end of this episode or in next episode, depending on how long this one goes on for. But it has been one heck of a ride. If we have a look at our schedule, we've got a game in the league against Middlesbrough, and if we have a quick look at the league table, you'll see that we're 2 points behind Chelsea. Secured 5th place already, but we can still get into the Champions League. They are playing title-chasing Spurs. Man City at home to Leicester. It's going to be a hell of a finish. I'm going to have the league table up in real time as we play that game. We then have Chelsea in the Europa League final. So even if we don't make the top 4, we still can do it by beating Chelsea in the Europa League final. So we've got 2 bites at the Champions League cherry. If that wasn't enough, a few players will leave the club or ask to leave the club if we don't make the Champions League because of promises I had to make to keep them at the club. And then we finish it all off with the FA Cup final at Leicester and the opportunity to win the treble because we've already won the EFL Cup final against Bournemouth. So, quite an exciting end to a season. I don't think I'll ever top this, but we're going to give it a go anyway. If you missed last episode, you should go back and watch it. It was the most stressful episode I've ever recorded. The game against Atletico Madrid has definitely given me some extra grey hairs. For the game today, we are looking at resting a few key players. I know that's a risk, but we're at home to Middlesbrough. We should be winning this match, and I'm going to treat it the same as I would any other. It also gives us an advantage over Chelsea because they cannot afford to rest a single man. So the players that I have got coming in are Joel Campbell, Trinidad de Vilhena is pretty fit, Axel Witsel's coming in, Jamal Lascelles coming in, and Chancellor Mbemba in there. A few other players not entirely fit. Another thing to consider is that we're going to miss, I think, Witsel, Rahman and Michael Keane for the Europa League final, so they will all definitely play in the FA Cup final. So it's going to be a bit tough, this match. But we've got to do what we can. Hopefully we beat Chelsea. Hopefully we make the Champions League and can have a stress-free Europa League final. Kovacic sends the ball out to Joel Campbell. He switches it to Baba Rahman. Balassi gets ahead on it. Breen going on a run. Now Balassi. He's got pace if he takes on the defender, and he does. He puts it in, and Breen's there, and we've got a goal down inside a minute. And this is not the way we wanted to finish this season. Balassi clears the ball out, but only as far as Mamana. Now Vilhena through to Pulisic. It's Origi. Into Joel Campbell. There's the equaliser. And it looks like we are determined to keep the end to this season as dramatic as the season that preceded it. Corner from Pulisic. Whipped in. Comes out to Joel Campbell. There's Pulisic on the left flank. He pulls it across to Kovacic. And there's Joel Campbell again for his second. We've taken the lead. And as it stands, that puts us, I think, level on points with Chelsea. They have the goal difference. Spurs must beat Chelsea. Witsel to Mbemba. He's having a run himself. He finds Vilhena. Hits the woodwork. Vilhena to Rahman. Now Pulisic. Spins his man. Puts it in. Connolly clears it away. And it's come for Origi. Joel Campbell gets his hat-trick. It's a 30-minute hat-trick for Joel Campbell. He's got the goals, and we are surely taking the 3 points. Corner from Pulisic. Whip to the far post. Balassi gets it away. You might see up in the top left corner, I've got rid of the match stats and brought in the live scores so we can see how Spurs are getting on. We need them to get a goal. It's still 0-0 in that match as Loftus-Cheek finds Joel Campbell. He takes it to the byline, pulls the ball across, and Mbemba going for the header. It's come for Witsel in a good area. Now Loftus-Cheek. Into Joel Campbell, on for his 4th goal, and he's got his 4th goal. Joel Campbell making this his show. He's putting down a big claim to appear in those cup finals. And Spurs have done it. Spurs have scored. Spurs have literally just scored. And as you can see in the top right, we have moved up to 4th in the league. Origi goes for goal. It's well over, but as it stands, we are making the Champions League. Free kick for Middlesbrough. Breen into the top corner. Doesn't matter so long as we don't concede 2 more goals. Julian Green to Pulisic. Now Baba Rahman. Finds Loftus-Cheek. My voice is going a bit. Joel Campbell has scored his 5th of the game. Joel Campbell with 5 goals in this match. Just 5 minutes to go, and as it stands, we are finishing 4th. We're all about that Chelsea result. It's not in our own hands anymore, but Joel Campbell is on for a double hat-trick. It's Pulisic on the left flank. Loses the ball. Lascelles has got there. Now Witsel over to Loftus-Cheek. Finds Joel Campbell looking for that 6th goal. He brings it inside and fires Pulisic. And he's got an assist as well. I can't remember the last time I saw a player perform this well in a Newcastle shirt. Well, our game is about to finish. I have no idea if the Spurs game is about to finish, though. But as it stands, we are finishing the Champions League. There is a full-time whistle for us. We'll have to wait and see if it's enough. It is. We've done it. I can't believe it. This season is absolutely phenomenal. We have qualified for the Champions League. Well, for the 2nd year in a row, I've been named Manager of the Year. That's 2 years in a row that I've won that award now. First manager to do that since Alex Ferguson. Well, here is the big final against Chelsea. A lot of the pressure has been taken off it for me because we managed to qualify for the Champions League through the league. If we win this as well, we will deny Chelsea a Champions League place. But if they happen to win this, there'll be 5 English teams in the Champions League next season. So it's quite a big game either way. I am desperate to get our first European trophy since 1969, but we'll have to see how we can do. Quite a few changes in the squad. We do have the FA Cup final in just a few days' time, but this is the one that I'm prioritising. But Joe Gomez is in on the left because Baba Rahman is suspended. Lascelles has come in because Michael Keane is suspended, and Silva is in because Witsel is suspended. Kovacic is starting in the centre, and Origi is up top, even though neither of them are entirely fit. But we should still be able to come through this game and hopefully beat Chelsea, who will be knackered after their Spurs match. Diawara having a run. The ball's come for Diego Costa, who smashes it in. It's coming off the crossbar, and we've gone a goal down. Fabinho sends the ball back across to Kante. Now Diawara finds Fred. Diego Costa, what a save by Murray. It's back with Fred, though. Fabinho into Cuadrado. Fabinho again, cleared out by Gomez. Joel Campbell can break now. He sends it forward to Origi, who's got the pace to run at this Chelsea defence. He sends the ball into Joel Campbell. Got 5 goals in his last game, and he's put that just wide. We are throwing everything and the kitchen sink at Chelsea. We're into the final minute of normal time. We've not created enough chances. Chelsea have definitely been the better team, but I think there's still one more chance in this game. It's the Chelsea Vasquez chipping it over for Diego Costa, straight at Murray. And there is the full-time whistle. It's heartbreak in Europe for us. We've been beaten by Chelsea, 1-0. I'm going to sympathise with the team because I don't want them to be disheartened for the FA Cup final. But that's so disappointing. An early goal from Diego Costa has settled it. It was a cagey game, and we've fallen at the final hurdle in a magical European journey. It's the final match of our wonderful 4th season with Newcastle. It's the FA Cup final against Leicester. We lost at this stage last season to Man United. We lost a couple of days ago to Chelsea. That's why the players are so tired. It's been a massive season. It's been well over 70 games. I think we're around 75 games this season now, which is just unheard of. We've got to the final stage of literally every competition we've been in. This is the last game. We need to pick up as much strength as we've got and get through it with a win and make sure we do the double this season. Chambers chips it over for Origi, who finds Witsel. The ball rolling around in the area. Origi's got it, and he's put it wide. Mahrez plays the ball over the top. Giroud's managed to latch onto it, but he scuffs that shot wide. Joel Campbell just absolutely leathers that ball to the other side of the pitch. And Origi's in our goal, and Origi has scored. And we've taken the lead in the FA Cup final. Origi on 29 goals now this season. Kovacic has got to this ball. He chips it forward. Origi with pace, running at the defence, stretching it. He can whip the ball in, and there's Pulisic, and Pulisic heads it in. We're 2-0 up after an hour in the FA Cup final at Wembley. Vardy through to Mahrez. Mahrez's shot has been let in by Murray. It's a rare mistake from the keeper, but the ball has trickled in, and it's going to be edge of the seat time for the last 20 minutes. Mamana chips the ball over the top. Pulisic in an acre of space finds Origi, and Origi has hit the 30-goal mark and surely wrapped up the FA Cup for us. Wijnaldum to Baba Rahman. He chips the ball over for Pulisic, charging down the left, loses the ball. And Vardy to Mahrez. Drinkwater to Mahrez again. He chips it over, and Jamie Vardy with the pace to get in there. Pulls it across, and there's Musa off the post, and Keane clears it away. Pulisic with a free kick into the last minute of the game. Keane's header straight at Sealer, and that is going to be the full-time whistle. We are going to win the FA Cup exactly 12 months after losing it in heartbreaking fashion to Manchester United. It's a double as well. You wait 50 years for a trophy to come along, and suddenly you win two at the same time. Absolutely brilliant stuff. And we qualified for the Champions League. The only disappointment is that Europa League final against Chelsea, but there are the little bits of confetti on the screen. We have won the FA Cup. I've got a big smile on my face if you can't hear it. And what a season. It is finally over. Finally over. It has been an absolutely mad season. We've won the double, broken the United stronghold on it. They've won it the last 2 times. Success for Newcastle fans. The board are happy. Everybody's happy. Origi's hit 30 goals this season. And that's it. We've done it. If we have a look at the board, I am currently untouchable, and there's absolutely no reason why that shouldn't be the case. We've won all of the competitions that we were asked to win. And we've done it with 300 grand in the wage budget, 45 million pounds in the transfer budget. The club's positions are rising higher and higher. We finished 10th and 7th, now 5th, now 4th. Next season we will be going after the title if we can muster it up. We need to bring in some good players to do that. But now that we're finally in the Champions League, we should be able to bring in some decent players. Areas of the squad I'm looking to strengthen will be the centre midfield and striking area. Another good defender wouldn't go amiss to maybe replace Joe Gomez. Otherwise, I'm kind of happy with everybody. The team is well built. Julian Green is never leaving after his performances this season. Wijnaldum is maybe one who could go, but only if a bid comes in for him. I think we do need an extra 1 or 2 players in the squad, but without the Europa League next season, it will be a lot easier on the workload of the team. If we have a look at the club finances, they're in a pretty precarious situation, given that the Premier League money has already been paid out. I know we get another 60, 70 million at the start of next season, but given we've got 45 million in the transfer budget, it doesn't strike me as the best financial management by the club. There was a little notification a little while ago saying that the club might be bought out by a consortium, which will be something to keep an eye on. I need to do my transfer business early just in case the transfer embargo is put on the club. Players that were brilliant this season, the first one being Alex Murray, the goalkeeper we brought in on a free transfer. He has been utterly fantastic. 38 appearances, 11 clean sheets in the league, 23 clean sheets in all competitions. He was absolutely brilliant, and he will stay our number 1 for a very long time to come. Who else was brilliant this season? Kovacic was brilliant, if I can find him. Not sure I can't find him. There he is. He did ask to leave the club at one point and then changed his mind when I refused it, which was lucky. He only cost us £6 million. He's currently worth 24. Origi's been very good this season. He's worth 22.5. Good season for him, getting 30 goals. He cost £22 million. That's a couple of good seasons he's had for us. Batshuayi was somebody I was actually looking to sell last season, and then he came along and he's got 26 goals this season in 28 starts. Signed him for just 7.25 million. Joel Campbell had a good end to the season. He's been with us quite a long time now. We bought him for £11.75 million. And Julian Green, the man, the legend, he will always be in the club after his antics this season made sure we qualified for the Champions League, got us into that Europa League final. Unfortunately, we couldn't win it, but he was another player we signed on a free when we immediately got back to the Premier League. We've done a lot of really good transfer business in this save, and I'm sure there's a lot more to come. I'm not going to end this save for a little while yet. I'm really enjoying it. I'm enjoying bringing the players through, and I think there's a lot more we can still do. I think the Premier League and Champions League trophies are not that far away. But that is going to be the end of a fantastic episode for us. A long, arduous season has ended with just unparalleled success for our club. We're still awaiting a European trophy, but it will come. I can feel it will come. And we've got the Champions League to look forward to next season. It's a long way from that first season in the Championship where the club tried to sack me twice. But there is definitely work to do. But that will be all for this episode. So please do subscribe if you want to see how we're getting on it in the Champions League next season. Drop a like on the video for us doing the double. And until next time, see ya.